What's up, everybody? Coach Tom here, Stoked Metabolic Coaching, coming at you with some knowledge bombs this afternoon. I'm with my main man, Coda. He's trying to get a nap in and daddy won't shut up. What else is new? Not much, but we're gonna try to drop some bombs your way and help you along your fitness journey, your weight loss journey, maybe your weight gain journey with what I'm gonna talk about today. Now, I'm gonna dive deep into calorie surplus and calorie deficit. A lot of people struggle to figure out what their deficit should be. Are they in a deficit? How much should my deficit be? Why would I ever do a calorie surplus? There's a lot of questions that go along with this. I am touching on questions you've asked in the group. So if you've got more, please leave them in the group. Invite your friends into the group too, because I'm only growing from here. And I'm excited to just take this time and share information that I take for granted, that I know sometimes, but I know not everybody has invested the time and has the time to invest in learning about nutrition. So I'm glad you could spend this time with me, and I'm glad I can share some of that knowledge with you all. So when we're talking about calorie surplus and calorie deficit, a surplus is gonna simply, if you want to gain muscle, you need to be in a surplus. You have to be eating more calories than you're expending in a day. Calorie deficit, if you want to lose weight, you have to be eating less calories than you burn in a day. It seems very simple, plus or minus, to hit your goal. Super simple, except I'm betting 99% of you on here do not know how many calories you burn in a day. So there's a couple great tools you can use for that, and I'm gonna talk about two of them today. I'm gonna do a little screen share, and hopefully that works, because it's my first time playing with that technology, so hopefully my screen recording on my computer works as I walk you through all that. But we'll see. So first piece of technology I'm gonna talk about, and I'm gonna bring them both up because I wanna see what the difference is. Because two pieces of technology, totally different, gonna give me different numbers, and we're gonna see where I fall, and then we're gonna talk about that difference later on. So the first piece of information, I can't use because on my phone, that's where I'm recording, is gonna be my in-body scale ratings. So I jotted down some numbers. Last in-body scale I took was about 2 weeks ago. It had me weighing in at 202.5 pounds, 202.5, which is a number I'm happy with currently. I'm gonna try to drop down a little bit before I go into some races in the next couple months. And body fat of 5.4%. I'm definitely happy with that number because 202 is a happy number for me, and 5.4 means I have put on some muscle mass while maintaining a low body fat, and that's always great. It's gonna keep my metabolism up. My calorie burn, my total daily energy expenditure reads at 2,695.2 calories. So at rest, doing nothing else. No working out, no moving, no grooving all day, which we know almost every day I'm working out, I'm moving, I'm grooving, I'm keeping my body in motion, chasing people around all day. I burn 2,695.2 calories. That is a good, solid amount of calories. I've watched over years of training that number climb, and I'm happy with that because I'm able to take in a solid amount of calories, and it's easy for me to cut from there because I've got room to create a deficit if I need to. Now we're gonna take a look at something called the Tdee Calculator. So if you go over to tdeecalculator.net, they have a simple calculator that's gonna calculate your total daily energy expenditure. So I'm gonna hit my screen record. Hopefully I can mesh these two videos together and it works just how I want it to. It's beeping because now it's recording. So first thing you're gonna have to do is enter your gender in. I'm a male, no questions here. Then we're gonna enter in my age, 37 years old. My weight, 202.5 pounds, because I wanna keep the numbers nice and steady between these two apps, 202.5. Well, I guess I can't do a 0.5 here, but that's okay. Height, I went backwards. I did my age first. There we go. 37 years old. Now my weight, we are 202.5 pounds. We're gonna go into my height. I am 6'2". We're back on track here. My activity. Be honest though with this one. If you go on this website, as soon as you get off this video, please be honest here. If you don't work out at all, that's okay. If you sit at a desk all day, that's okay. The only way you're gonna get the right numbers here is by giving the most accurate information on the front end. Light exercise 1 to 2 days a week. If you're moving around a little bit, but you still sit at a desk, Moderate exercise, you're getting out there 3 to 5 days a week. Great goal to have, great spot to be at. Heavy exercise, 6 to 7 days a week. Usually recommend 6. Give yourself a day of rest, you've earned it. Or athlete, 2 times per day. I'm actually gonna select myself into the athlete group here because I'm not only working out 5-6 days a week, but I am also on my feet those 5-6 days a week. I'm constantly in motion, and that's part of the reason my metabolism is so high. My body fat, you might not have this. This is an optional one here, but I'm gonna throw mine in at 5.4%. And I can't do halves here, so let's round up on this one. Let's say I'm 6%, just for good measure. And we're gonna calculate. Wow. So this gives me my maintenance calories of 4,238 calories per day. Now, we said that with my in-body, I burn about 2,695 calories. That does not include that sitting on my butt or anything outside of sitting on my butt. So as I dive through this site here, basal metabolic rate, those are the two we're gonna compare here. So basal metabolic rate, 2,230 calories. In body says 2,695 calories. So close, within 450-ish, 455 there. I hate doing math on 465. Hate doing math on camera, that was embarrassing. So pretty close there on the two numbers. I'm not sedentary, so the 2,676 goes kind of out the window, but almost on point, 19 calories away from what that in-body said. Sitting on my butt, I'm gonna burn, actually the numbers look great here. It's actually almost a perfect match being 19 calories off. Light exercise, we know I don't do that. Moderate exercise, we're getting closer now. Heavy exercise, we're talking about 5 to 6 days a week. Athlete, that's what I'm looking at. 4,238 calories per day. So we've got our baseline. Figure out which one of those you fall into. I want to say I fall into the athlete category, and that's right because generally I'm eating about 4,300 calories a day, and I haven't really gained or lost. Now, I'm going into a race season, as I was talking about before, so I have upped my calories. As I've talked to some of you, I'm somewhere around 5,500 to 6,000 calories per day. And that might seem like a lot, but I'm also doing heavy weight training. I'm trying to maintain muscle mass, and I'm also outside running currently, which is a big stress on your body. Please hold for coffee break. Now, where do we go from there? My maintenance calories, 4,238. That's what I eat if I don't want to lose any weight, if I don't want to gain any weight. I want to stay right where I'm at. Like I just told you, I'm doing more workload right now. I'm running outside. I'm taking more group fitness classes, and I'm doing a heavy weight training session. I want to maintain weight. I don't want to lose any muscle mass, so I'm eating above that. If I wanted to gain weight, I would go into a calorie surplus. So about 250 to 500 higher, kind of like those numbers I just told you. When you're figuring out your surplus and deficit, one of the most important things is don't feel like you need to go all in right away. So what a vast amount of people will do, this is more so on the deficit side of things, but a vast amount of people will all or nothing. You're gonna push so far to one direction that you're gonna stall out. So for me, I go about 250 up. 250 above that, 4,500 calories a day. Have I gained any weight? And we're looking for positive weight. I use body fat scales all the time. They might not be 100% accurate, but when you use them consistently, you have a good picture of where you're at. It's not a perfect estimate, but at least I know, hey, I was 5.4 today. My body fat's starting to creep up. I need to make some adjustments. Ooh, my muscle mass is going up, but my body fat has gone down a little bit. Well, then that 250 is working for me right now. I'm gonna stay there. If I'm not gaining any muscle, not gaining any fat, we're gonna go a little higher. I'm gonna push towards the 500, and I'm gonna continuously monitor and add more as I move towards my muscle gain goals. Now, the opposite end of the spectrum, get surplus out of the way. Most of you are here. and watching this for body fat loss. I said it before. I'm going to say it again, and I'll probably say it 5 more times before we leave here. You do not need to kill yourself. There are countless apps out there that I cannot stand. There are countless websites that are giving you shit information. They're full of shit. You know why? Because they don't know your numbers. They don't know how much you're working out. Are you sedentary? Are you doing light exercise? Are you doing moderate exercise? Are you doing heavy exercise? Are you working out twice a week, twice a day, and you're an athlete? Are you on your feet all day? They also don't know your starting point. So you go and you sign up for, I'm not going to throw any names out there, Noom, and you sign up for Noom, and they tell you to eat 800 calories a day and to completely delete carbs, and you're probably going to lose some weight right away. And you're also going to stall your metabolism. You're going to shit on your metabolism. And then when you crash on the noon and you start gaining weight again, we have to do a little process called metabolic restoration before you'll even lose weight the next time. We have to rebuild your metabolism because, pardon my French, you have fucked yourself. You fucked your metabolism. I love being on here. I love this being my private page because I can tell you that. I have no problems telling you that. And I see it all the time where some website, and for women, it is almost always 800 to 1200 calories. Anytime I ask a woman, what are your calories? It's 800 to 1200. Why? Who came up with that number? The fucking internet. I mean, I'm on the internet right now, but the internet gave you that number. And it's not taking into account your body fat, your height, your weight, your workload, what you're doing day to day, your stress levels, your hormones. It's not figuring any of that into this 800 to 1200. It's just a happy number they threw up on their website. And at 800, like I said, you're probably going to lose weight, but you're probably going to create long-term metabolic damage and stress, which we don't want to do. We don't want to constantly have to live at 800 calories. That's awful. No one should be there. I've worked to build my metabolism up to 4,238 calories a day for years. And when I'm hungry, I eat. So, men, you're probably going to see something closer to the 1,400 to 1,800 range on what some of these websites give you. And that might work. But it's low to me. And this is the big eye opener, my struggle point when I work with nutrition clients is that when I tell them they need to eat more calories, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to you. Why would I eat more to lose weight? And it's because of apps like that and websites that have told you need to eat such a low amount that your metabolism is stalled. My first step on any weight loss journey for somebody is to rebuild that metabolism, to fix that which an app like this has screwed up. So once you get those numbers in there for yourself, start small. Start super small. 250 calories. Subtract that every day from whatever you're at, your calorie burn per day on here. If 250 calories works, a deficit of 250 calories, if you're losing maybe half a pound and a half, no more than that, we'll get there in a second. But if you're losing anywhere between a half a pound and a pound and a half a week, don't change anything. Why? Why do you need to? If it's working, if it's not broke, don't fix it. You're losing because eventually it is going to slow down. And eventually that half pound, the scale is going to baseline for a second. What do you do from there? You drop another 100, 150, 200, maybe 250 again. Now you're down 500 from your starting point. Scale's going to start creeping down again. But if you're on one of these things like Noom and you stall at 800 calories, what happens? Well, I'll take another 200 away. 600, I'm going to take another 200 away. 400, what happens when you stall again? Like, are we just going to not eat? Are we going to not, like, you're killing yourself, you're killing me when we have these difficult conversations about what you're eating. And it's a pressure point for everybody when I tell them we have to rebuild your metabolism first before we start to see weight loss. It's a process. We're fixing your body first, and that's the goal. 250 is a sweet spot. If nothing's lost there, we crank it up to 500. Simple as that. I wouldn't go below 500 initially on anyone's deficit. I think we want to leave room for improvement and see how your body's reacting. We pull out 500 calories right off the bat. You feel tired. You feel exhausted. You're not resting when you're sleeping. You're waking up and you're just craving food, and you're up in the middle of the night and you're using the restroom all the time, and instead of getting 8 hours of sleep, you got 4 hours of sleep because you were hungry and your stomach was growling. Hormone levels are gonna go all awry. We don't want that. We want you to have those positive growth hormone, testosterone, your estrogen levels all to be in order so that the body can work together to help you lose weight. And I get a little sidetracked, I do that sometimes, but creating your deficit shouldn't be crazy. It should be about 250 to 500, max 500 below your starting point. Start with that 250, build it a little bit if you need to. I mean, I love diving into people's numbers because most people don't even look at their total daily energy expenditure before cutting calories. They just, internet said 800, I'm gonna go 800. And they start eating 800 calories after months of just trash eating. Like, let's clean up what you eat first. Let's take the sugars out. Let's take inflammatory foods out and see where that gets you. You lost a couple of pounds, all right, and scale stopped moving. Well, let's start adjusting those calories down from there and keep moving forward from there. It's a process, and a lot of people don't want to take the time to do the math on the front end. They just want the easy answer on the back end. 800, 1200 calories, men 1400, 1600, 1800. But you're going to set yourself up for success long-term, where it's not going to be a diet. It's just going to be you making healthier lifestyle choices. And that's what I want for everybody that I work with. Like, let's get you to lose weight. Let's get you to lose weight, but let's also get you to do it in a healthier way. Like, I've crash dieted before. I've done keto. I was miserable. Grew up in an Italian family, and I took away pasta, and I was just a miserable prick around there. But we don't want to do that. I'm looking at this website as we sit here, and I get distracted because it gives you a BMI score again. If you decide to look into all of this information while you're sitting here, do not look at the BMI score. If my BMI score says I am overweight, I'm pretty sure I'm fine at 5.4% body fat, but it says I'm overweight. Sad. At the bottom on this website, it also gives you some calorie breakdowns. I'd be a little careful with that because they do give you 3 different options there: a moderate carb, a lower carb, a higher carb. For people, I want to really dial in what those need to be based on their workload. If you're in the athletic portion, we should be higher on the higher carb side of things. That's something I'm going to save for the next one because I'm already getting towards the 20-minute mark and I'm rambling. But I love talking this stuff. Keep bringing me your questions about anything like this. Next recording, I'm going to talk a little bit more about figuring out what your protein should be. We'll follow that up with figuring out what your carb should be. And then, of course, fat. Bring the questions to the group. Leave a comment. Subscribe on YouTube. Invite friends to the group. Anybody that invites a friend every Friday, you're able to win some free shit. I gave Trisha a hydro jug this morning. I'm sending Aaron a massage from Massage Envy. We're approaching Friday, so I got some more free shit to give away. So I just want to keep growing the group because I love talking about this. And the one thing I really do love talking about is the questions you may have, because it's not just you that has them. I had these questions when I started on my fitness journey, and I got a lot of misinformation from the internet, from magazines. I'm old. I got my information from magazines. Thank you, Men's Health, for giving me plenty of misinformation back in the day. But I failed at a lot of diets. I failed at a lot of weight loss things in my journey. And if I can give you 1 or 2 tools that will help you and stop you from failing, then I've won the day. I've served you. I've served the community, and I love it. So help me build up this group. Let's get some momentum. And if you've got questions on any of this, feel free to shoot me a DM, and we will schedule a private consultation with you. Sending much love, and stay out of trouble.